Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Panasonic Toot-a-Loop. It's a classic AM portable radio, model number R-72. This is a pretty awesome radio that was donated to the channel by Kid Radio. Thank you very much. You're awesome. Yeah, it's an iconic piece from the late 60s, early 70s. I absolutely love it. It's an AM radio that's a loop. That's all I can say. Amazing. It came in a variety of colors. Blue, red, white. So you got the patriotic colors, yellow, and I believe it had orange and green in Australia. So yeah, there's some rare colors out there. Very cool. So let's get into this thing. How much can you expect to spend on something like this? Well, if you want a piece of iconic history, which I believe this is, a lot of you may have had one when you were younger. This was predates me a little bit. I wasn't born yet, but not too far off. It was iconic and unique. If you go on eBay, you can find these selling for $40 to $60. They're pretty desirable for an iconic piece of history. It's neat. They had little Panda Pets, a little ball and a keychain thing. That was pretty cool. Then they had this thing and a bunch of other radios, but this really stood out. I always thought this was a neat one. $40 to $60. Get you one of these bad boys. I've seen them up to $350, and that's completed sold auctions. And that was for that rare green one I talked about. So yeah, wow, people like this radio, and I think it's cool. So Kid Radio, thank you. It's awesome again. So let's look at this bad boy. Dimensions. We have now when it's closed. So there's a bunch of different dimensions here. We have a diameter of 6 inches, and then we have a width of 2.5 inches on the thickest part. It's kind of cool. It's like you're carrying like a little mini, I don't know, radio. It's so cool. It's like a built-in handle, you know? That's great. That's the best part of it. So when you open this up, so it has directions here, like little arrows. So you just kind of oppose each other. Look at that. There it is. The dial is built in. We got the speaker, got a label. We'll go over it in a second, but let's show you the dimensions. So total length here opened. So if I can get it on camera, I'm using a cardboard backdrop so you can see red, because red on red would kind of blend in. This baby is 11 inches fully extended. That's laying flat like that. It's pretty awesome. You can put it in all these different directions. Isn't that groovy? It's groovy. I'm having fun with this one. This one's cool. When I started messing with it, I was like, I wonder how good it is. Well, it surprised me how good this thing performs too. But there you go. And then there's another one where if you have it up, so this is probably how we're going to be tuning it like this. So this is sitting up. So you got your speaker and you got your dial, and you can be tuning it away and listening to it here. Pretty cool setup. You're not going to be able to really, I guess I could do it like this, but it makes the antenna go weird, because I'll explain the antenna here in a second. But this position where it's completely from top to bottom here, the height is 6.5 inches standing, if you're wondering. Some people want to know. And of course, you still have your 6-inch diameter, because, yeah, still that dimension here, and 6.5 inches tall when it's extended up. Pretty neat. And I guess I could lay it like this just to kind of show it off. Yeah. So there's our dimensions. Let's do a little quick size comparison if you're wondering. So we'll close this little bad boy up. Yeah, AM radio, no FM, just pure AM, which is good. We have CC Pocket in the house. It's 11:38 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA. I decided to film in the evening because this does pick up stations rather far away. That'd be pretty cool to showcase. So there's the Pocket. It's a pretty beefy radio. Yes. Next we have CC Skywave in house. Yep. I don't think we're going to do any frequency checking. We're just going to have fun zipping through the dial. Should be fun there. And then we have a deck of cards. Iron Man. Yeah, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Toot-a-Loops made in Japan. He's Iron Man. Dun, 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 dun. Iron Man. That's awesome. I mean, you just can't beat it. It's amazing. I'm still smitten with it because it's pretty cool. All right. So let's look at features of the R-72. Yeah, this thing's fantastic. So right away, when it's folded up, you see you got your speaker. So you can actually turn it on and just run it like this, you know, with Well, they closed. That's actually kind of cool. You have it on your favorite station. You won't bump it, carry it around like rock and roll. But when you move it, just keep in mind that if you have a weak station, it'll, of course, change the reception because there's an internal ferrite antenna in here. Yeah, and it's directional sensitive. So keep that in mind. But yeah, you got this cool, like, semi-gloss. Oh, it's glossy plastic. Yeah, glossy plastic. Not semi-gloss, but I'd say it's gloss. And yeah, this over time, got some scratches, but not bad for the amount of years. Now it's ABS plastic, which is pretty neat. There you go, cool. So right away, let's go on the features. Before we open it up, we got our 2-inch speaker behind like a screened area. You kind of see somebody was painting with this. There's little paint flecks. No way I'm going to get those off, but you can see the speaker down in there, a paper-driven one. Nice. And then we have our volume on-off control, and then we have a headphone jack right there in the bottom. Or I call it earphone jack probably, and it says it right there. Whoops. It's a little arrow and it says earphone in case you didn't know what it was. And this says battery spot, I think. Yeah, where you can use a nickel. This thing's really hard to open, so I'm not going to show you that, but I might put a picture up here and there to kind of show you what's behind this door. There, I'll put a picture up for you guys. Boom. There's your battery and speaker compartment. All right, cool. So then we'll go over here and we'll open it up. So it has 2 little arrows that shows you which way to do it, and it's kind of blending in here on the color, but they're showing you opposing arrows, so just gonna go the way it's showing. And we got a label, Toot-a-Loop, Panasonic. I love that name, Toot-a-Loop. Look at the lettering, it's so 70s, yeah. Yeah, model number R-72, frequency range, this is 525 to 1605, but my radio goes to 1650, which is nice. And yeah, it runs a 9-volt battery, which you saw in the picture. And made in Japan, yeah. I love made in Japan, it's awesome. So yeah, cool. And then we'll just kind of open this up, and here is our radio compartment. You can get to this, I believe. There's a spot in here, yep. Spot here. You typically don't have to go on the radio compartment side, but if you need to clean something, you can. So you pop this open and boom, you're inside the radio compartment. Here's a shot of it, and you can see the little ferrite antenna in there. And that ferrite antenna is about, I want to say, 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches. So pretty cool. So yeah, awesome. This is Panasonic here. Now I use this as a gauge to tell me where my antenna is at. So when the radio's closed up, you're trying to remember where your antenna is, look at the Panasonic and just remember it's perpendicular to the name Panasonic. It's right here. It's horizontally up right here. So it's important when you're trying to tune your radio. So you know how that's orientated. I had to figure that out pretty quick. So I pretty much took apart my radio to find that antenna so I knew which way it was going. And our dial, the funkiest of all. There it is. 530 to 1600 it says in there. Nice. I love that. It's got the groovy center. Of course, the red, if you tune this, you can see the numbers stay put, but the dial moves. It's direct tune, by the way, if you noticed. It had the tuning capacitor right behind this dial here, so it's attached. I think that's cool. There's no band or string to break. Probably why it still works after all these years. But there you go. We're going to be turning it on here in a second. Rockin'. So, yeah. I love this. I usually use 2 fingers so I can slow tune it. You'll see me probably trying to slow tune it. But very cool. So yeah, we're going to leave it up here. So yeah, we're going to turn this on here and do a band scan of the AM band during the night. So I'm in Chicago, Illinois, USA. And like I said, for time, we have a 1142. Pretty much, I can tell you right now, overall impressions, it's a wonderful classic radio to own, use, and display. Boom, done. I mean, that's it. If you don't want to watch the band scan and you love this radio, go get yourself one. It's made well. It's put together well. It tunes well during the day and evening. Fantastic radio. I didn't put any effort into it. Just cleaned it up a little bit in the exterior, and it works like a charm. Probably why they still sell at a premium, because it works. It's a fantastic AM radio that works, and it's unique. And that's the best part about it. It's got that unique style that, yeah, you just don't see every day. So cool. I don't know if my picture showed it, but my serial number is 85261, if it means anything to anybody out there. Rock and roll. So yeah, like I said, 2-inch speaker. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So we got the control back here for the volume and on off. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. Audio's coming out of here. Making sure I'm having it on. Okay, cool. So we're at the bottom of the dial. Oh, wait, we weren't. We were. Hold on. Tune's really fast.
Project Yellow Light and the Ad Council. Up North News Radio with Pat Kreitlow. Donald Trump did not campaign on stopping Meals on Wheels to homebound seniors. He did not tell you he was going to cut road safety projects or based Homeland Security initiative.
See,
Slam, and while a judge late yesterday hit the pause button, it has been a busy 18 hours as people and agents...
so cool. Yeah, I'm not sure where we're at right now, but I think maybe 560 or 550. I'm not sure.
Delay on your local civic media radio station and on the app. Matt and Air on Air. Dan Schaefer, Civic Media's political editor. No court in the country came closer to overturning the 2020 election results than the conservative majority on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. And we have Brad Schimmel, who's been siding with January 6th rioters. So if you want your vote to count going forward, show up and vote on April 1st. Let's channel that energy into the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. Matt and Air on Air. Weekdays 10 till noon on your local civic media radio station and on the app.
Okay, yeah, I should have guessed it was a kind of a left-wing station, 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. Pretty cool. Let's keep going.
And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website.
My light over here.
Media.us.
The first on steam, my son.
Prolonged medication.
Why love body? Do all the fatherless first. Never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Fear you may be missing out? We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. Enjoy listening live or catch up by finding the podcast at
Today, they are the best. For the people are helping you.
Bear with me.
For your free consultation. Call That's 312-809-5955. 312-809-5955.
There's 560 WND Chicago. The answer.
Mealy, I've been a dentist for 56 years, and I'm a certain...
I keep bumping the volume because it's right here.
I think most people think when they eat fruits and vegetables, this is their idea of fruits and vegetables. I had an apple today. I had a pear today.
Like I said, it's real sensitive. You can pick up quite a bit. I'm going to show you the dial, but see, our antenna's running like this. You don't want your antenna to run like that. So I'm going to have to just kind of hold it like this. You guys will have to just bear with me and not see the dial. Just show it once in a while.
All of our documents. And we will meet with our tax pro. And anyway, nonetheless, hey, it's coming around the corner.
Here's 620 WTMJ in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Tax pro in your corner. And again, I'm telling you, I'm going to say hi to David.
Let's bring this up.
He's local. He listens. So he'll hear this 2 days from now, and I'll get an email from him. David, Stacy, and I love you. We appreciate you, sir. He takes good care of us. He's our tax pro. I'm not kidding around.
Okay, that's 630. Oh, boy, I get my list here. I can remember this here. This is KYFI, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts to the southwest. Cardinal directions north, east, of course, south, and then west. Cool.
And on the latest Drake's Cognitive Lab album has a release date. A teaser video for the project was released on Monday with the album set for Valentine's Day.
640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts.
I'm Morgan Wood on the Black Information Network, your home for Black News First.
Okay, that music there, WSM, Mary, as in Mary, 650, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles to the south. Yeah, you can jam out with Nashville with this bad boy.
And its eventual abolition. You know, it's a Nick in Chicago, 855-212-4227.
It's loud, quick.
Hey, Nick. What's it? Oh, yeah, that's working.
I feel like this trade could actually be good because they would say, like, he wasn't that fit for them, you know? And
I don't know. Guy might be a little slow there, but that's okay. 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago, home of the Cubs, directly southeast. Yeah, pretty nice. I think I can point this radio anywhere because that's a super strong station.
Enough. Hold on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, I think what happened here, Nick, appreciate it. I think what happened here was they're just saying that to try to convince us. Because he looked perfectly fine today. I didn't see any issue with Luka Doncic today.
They've got to try and tie the game here. Check that. Oh, yeah, they are 1 for 3. 2.5 periods of play.
CKGM 690, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles. Nice.
He's celebrating versus Jake Evans on the faceoff.
Got a hockey game. Very cool. We could just double check with the Skywave that we are on frequency. Yep, but boy, is this got a better volume and everything. Sensitivity. All right.
Having the cost of $50. A truck, $90.78 per hour, which was a record high.
So yeah, we were picking up a little bit of RF from the camera because this antenna is pretty close to the camera. So just letting you know. WLW 700, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east. Did I tell you about daytime reception? Yeah, daytime reception was amazing. Great on locals, good on semi-locals, and distance stations were possible, all on its own without any kind of assistance, which I thought was neat for a small antenna. Yeah.
Control. Try to, and you know, with the way some of these cities operate, and I see this here in the great.
Little bumper music there, I believe, for the Raleigh James show. This is WGN 720, Chicago, local. That music there is CFZM 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast. Yeah, I had to move the radio around for that one. Isn't that cool?
Take it from somebody who knows our roads are dangerous already, but they're even more dangerous in.
WSB Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast. As you can tell, this I'm pointing it the right way because, again, the antennas are in this direction, and you want that horizontal edge to point towards the station you're trying to receive. So the antenna's in here like this, and that's how we're trying to point the antenna to that direction. Cool. And we have.
Call for your free case evaluation, johnfoy.com.
So, you don't park in your garage anymore because your garage door is broken? That's things is you have a right to expect. Police protection, emergency response. Anything given to misplaced priorities ends up something that...
Here's a 760 WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles to the east.
On FoxNews.com and the Fox News YouTube channel.
This is Fox on Justice. More high-ranking members and one of the most notorious gangs operating in that's for sale. Down in one buck.
Okay, that's 780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago. Yeah, we should be. You can see the little indicator there. Nice. Wait, unless I went the wrong way. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. No, that's interesting. The music here.
We have Laura in Des Plaines. What's going on tonight, Laura?
Hey, it's been a while since I talked to you besides winning all those prizes.
I'm going the wrong way. Okay, that was 740. This is 720. Hello. Okay, let's go back the other way.
Yeah, on the transplant list.
740. 750.
A transmission.
760.
And only iHeart broadcast
Not sure what this one is. All right. Okay, let's turn this back up.
Il n'y a personne qui est comme ça dans un état constant. Et d'ailleurs, pour faire face à ces périodes difficiles.
Wow, jumped up way ahead. What the heck? This is 860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario. Wow. Okay, 460 miles. Cool.
L'humanité a déjà traversé
Guess
des
I
périodes
bumped it.
difficiles, non? Puis on a notre force.
Great job, and we're glad you called in tonight. Remember, keep your mind when you can't get at it. You keep it at ground zero. Good night.
840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. That's cool. Ground Zero. And then Coast to Coast comes on after this. 300 miles to the south-southeast. Coming in like a local today.
I think very good things will come out of that, for sure. The Joe Pack Show coming right back in the big hour next hour. Jim Jordan's going to be on the program. He's down Fisher.
820 WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas. 810 miles to the southwest.
Again, we'll full sound by.
Were you born from 1945 to 1965? People
Going backwards because I missed these stations. 810 WGY, Albany, New York. 740 miles.
they are infected. So even if you try to eat right,
It's a hint of CKLW 800.
Into US 52, watch out for some overnight construction.
I don't know how I missed this. This is 780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago. I love this station.
Watch out for delays as you approach I-57, overnight construction there, 2 left lanes, and then around Briggs on the westbound side, you've got overnight.
Comes across to me as someone in New York has very good, my critical faculty skills are legendary.
Here's WABC 770, New York City, New York. That's what I was targeting before. And this is 750 miles to the northeast. Let's plug it in here on our Skywave.
Hey, Sherman, I'm sorry we had to cut you off. It's just that we're out of time. Folks, I'm back 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, 24 hours.
This is New York's talk leader, the crown jewel of talk radio. WABC New York at 107.1 WLIR Hampton Bays. News first at 59.
Toot-a-Loop, toot your own horn. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, I went really fast, I guess. Whoops. Okay, let's zip up the dial then.
Good morning, I'm Lisa Ritchie. The Senate
On the raised
National Intelligence.
Ohio, the latest on that next.
Make sure I'm going up.
Au 860 AM.
There's our 860.
Du cœur aux idées.
Wow, barely picking up WWL 870, New Orleans, Louisiana. 865 miles to the south.
Everybody was surprised, so you can imagine how surprised I was. I was almost asleep, so when I got a call, I had to check.
Here's 880 WHSQ, New York, New York. 750 miles northeast. Yeah, this is coming in great. I love this radio.
Post. Maxie has the ball on the right side. 92. Yabu gets it down.
Clark Thibodeau, WLS AM 890 with another update in 30 minutes.
So that's WLS, Chicago local.
I'm Richard Cantu. President Trump's offer to buy out government workers is being challenged.
3 unions representing a combined 800.
Okay, keep bumping that volume.
Over its plan to offer buyouts to federal employees, arguing the government.
Okay, I'm going to go rather quickly now. We'll finish this up.
I'd just like to thank all the listeners who have donated because it has affected.
Rockin there, 940 WFAW Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. I got to stop there. That's a pretty awesome station at night. During the day, I could pick it up, but it's not as good as at nighttime.
910123.
Help us create more miracle moments with
plans to travel the entire territory.
8 million people who live in the Gaza Strip essentially saying you cannot live here anymore. So the question... personal, familial, medical, pregnancy, and other reasons.
Thousands of USAID
Oops.
Washington. Collins is Veterans Secretary. California Governor Gavin...
Palestinians from Gaza.
The Mercier High School sent her daughter in a district and give them a life-changing experience in their faith and sponsor Christmas.
Should be. 20 minutes going to hear from LeBron James. He was asked following the Lakers' big win tonight over the Clippers what it's going to be like teaming up with Luka Doncic and as he's ready to go for the Luka era with the Lakers. On some of its higher cost.
It is 1:03, and we're looking downtown. We're 93 north. You're going to slow down through the O'Neill Tunnel due to a double right lane closure. Then southbound, there's 2 right lanes taken. Exit 18 lever connector through the O'Neill Tunnel all the way to Mass Pike, closing exit 16B to Purchase Street. On the Pike, you're down to 1 lane and moving very slowly. Eastbound Comm Ave to Copley Square. Blocking exits 134B and C and then 93 north and south. You're detoured off at South Station, exit 134A. And then it slows on north.
So this is 1030 WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles. I think I keep going the wrong way. It's like, okay.
Boston with no worry. This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel
Protest not just immigration policies, but all of President Trump's actions.
This is probably 1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles west.
A senior U.S. official tells
Now the AccuWeather 5-day forecast with meteorologist John Therick.
Blustery and colder overnight, partly to mostly cloudy. We're down to 26 in Center City, closer to 20.
Okay, this should be KYW, 1060, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles away.
36. Most of the day is dry. There could be a little bit of snow or flurries late in the day into the evening that doesn't amount to much. Later Wednesday night, that's when we'll see some steadier snow.
Kansas City Chiefs go forth on their recovery and family. His house, his freedom, his hope, it's a new beginning.
Some people want me to stop on here, usually 1090 KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles to the south.
Children International and Friends Lifeline is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any
1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to minimum payment. Credit card pro.
Late in the day, some light rain, maybe a little light mix in areas to the north of us. Afternoon temperatures will only be in the upper 30s. And then we have showers tomorrow.
Should be KMOX 1120, St. Louis, Missouri. Let's check that real quick, and then we'll go up the dial and do a finish on this.
I'm Storm Tracker Ray Chief Meteorologist John Bernier on News Radio 1140 WRVA and 96.1 FM.
It's the news I need.
I can check in throughout the day.
I can just have it on all day. Download the Odyssey app and listen anywhere with News Radio WRVA.
Okay, that's cool. So I was actually wrong. 1140, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. We'll just keep going.
1-800-COP-LINE is the number that...
Something I want you to do.
And the biggest guest, getting you ready for the Super Bowl with the NFL Podcast Network. Just open the free iHeart app and search NFL to start listening now. Rochester's severe weather station, News Radio, WAM 1180.
1180, nice, and I can't hover on that bumper music. It's Coast to Coast is starting. Cool, so WHAM 1180 Rochester, New York is 545 miles across the Great Lakes, northeast. Sweet. This thing's awesome, isn't it?
And the Ad Council. Now on Philadelphia's Talk Radio 1210, WPHT.
Coast to coast. Yeah, WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. We got the call letters. Sweet. Okay, let's just zip up the dial. Okay, look and see where I'm at. Goes really quick, but you can tell there's tons of stations here. And I'm not even turning the radio, so usually I get a lot more stations this way because that's southeast towards Chicago. But yeah, I'm going the other direction. Southwest, northeast. I get a lot of New York stations this way. Okay, it's 1610, CHHA, Toronto. Yep, pointing at 1600 there. Awesome. Yeah, I think it goes to 1650 and that's it. Okay, there it is. I think... I don't know if I could pick up the relevant radio. Yeah, not picking it up. But anyway, there we are. We're done. So let's go ahead and turn this off and close her up. Yeah, the Panasonic R-72. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give a big like if you did. I mean, it's cool. I mean, like I said, if you're looking for something unique, iconic from the early 70s, or you used to have one of these and you want to pick one up, they're pretty, like I said, collectible. These things are collectible. Like I said, there's 4 main colors and there's 2 extra colors that are a little rare, the orange and the green. But otherwise... yeah, you had the red, white, and blue, and yellow, and I think you'd be pretty happy with this. Red looks pretty sharp. The white kind of yellowed over time. I've seen those. I don't know. But otherwise, I love it. It's got bright audio. I love that it stands. You know, this is awesome. Love that it stands up. Love this audio on here. Some people may not like the fact that it runs on 9-volt, but I like the fact that it has a 9-volt battery because everything runs on AA. So if there was an emergency and your radio had AA's and you ran out to get some and they had no batteries on the shelf except for 9 volts, well, pick up a 9-volt and throw it in your AM radio and you can still listen to what's going on. But yeah, there you go. That's so cool. And this dial. Yeah, I was like going backwards with it. Not paying attention, but yeah, it's like a phone, like a rotary phone. I love that. Direct tune. So yeah, it just picks up so many stations at night. It's amazing. It was a good night for listening too, by the way. And it's got that aluminum dial too. Of course, it's I got that dished out area too. I didn't quite go over that, but I think that looks amazing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely give it a big like. If you like the radio, I mean, definitely give it a big like. 2, if you like Panasonic classic radios and want to see more, subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future videos. I do have a Panapet that Kid Radio donated as well. Thank you, sir. And I might try to review that one, though it won't be as interesting as this as far as a band scan goes, because I noticed that one struggles a bit more. I might look into it, see if it needs a capacitor or something, but I don't think it does. I think those are just more towards for kids and strong stations, and that's about it. This thing's actually for adults as well. I mean, they show kids having it, but for adults as well, because this picks up everything. This is amazing. Adult back in the day would enjoy having this, I think, because it was picking up everything I wanted to hear during the day and evening. So rock on. So let me know what you guys think down below. What you think about the R-72 classic Toot-a-Loop radio? Is it something you want in your collection? I'd like to read and see what you guys have to say. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.